officers. At least 3 suburban counties say their departments will not be helping out. A statewide law enforcement coalition told suburban police officials on Monday that the city could need help in an emergency should officers be taken off the job over the mandate issue. The Chicago Tribune reports the agency clarified this was only in case of serious catastrophic emergency, not routine duty. The Kendall County Sheriff told the Trib this was a self-induced emergency for Mayor Lightfoot. The DuPage County Sheriff tells us outside of a legitimate emergency, that office will not send officers to Chicago. And the Kane County Sheriff had a more detailed response, saying in part, quote, "I believe the polarization between the community and police is only reinforced by current Chicago politics. I will not send my personnel to Chicago unless an officer is under direct duress because I cannot support this slanted agenda." What happens if the city is short on...
All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamach. I have the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak Wadash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, and His only begotten Son's true name being Yahweh Shai, whom the world incorrectly calls God and Jesus Christ, and Rachak Wadash being the Holy Spirit. All right, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach real well, and Shalom to our sincere brothers pushing, teaching truth all around the world. And Shalom to you sincere listeners and you sincere believers. All right, this clip here that I pulled from the Chicago News of Fox 32, it seems to be, all right, of basically order out of chaos would be basically coming soon, man. Order out of chaos, okay? From this, from the thing being pushed, that poison that's being enforced from the government, from the elites, all right? That enforcement is coming, so it's causing division, okay? And it's about to soon be more chaos because the officer or the sheriff is coming against the system, as of right now, but we understand through prophecy, all right, when famine and hyperinflation hits the markets and hits the economy, all right, you will have to send more police officers or even the National Guard, all right, because it's going to be total chaos out here in these streets. And that's according to the Bible. The Bible already foretold us of these times, man. All right, we just seeing it play out right before our eyes. And I did want to grab order out of chaos, meaning real quick. It says a complex situation or process that appears chaotic while having enough order to achieve progress or goals. And then what's going to help achieve that order? We always mention, as prophets, as men of the Lord, the National Guard. And he says, what is the National Guard? This is a quick, just to bring some enlightenment to the topic. It says the National Guard is a unique element of the U.S. military. So it's about to get to a stage within prophecy. It's not going to be regular. It's not going to be your regular day-to-day officers, in the neighborhood. It's going to be the U.S. military. It says that serves both community and country. The Guard responds to domestic emergencies, oversees combat missions, counter-drug efforts, reconstruction missions, and more. All right? So chaos is going to bring all that, man. It's going to be domestic. It's going to be reconstruction. It's going to be counter-drug. Man, it's going to be all types of missions. All right? And the National Guard is responsible for responding to these such things. All right? And there's going to be more harsh. You're dealing with the military. These are not your regular day. It's not going to be your regular day officers, man. It's going to be the military. Okay? And the Bible already foretold us of these times. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe meaning destruction. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. The one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. That sounds like chaos to me. And that's Bible prophecy. That's meant to happen in these last days right now that we're living in. Okay? That's when we see such things as on the news as such articles as the Chicago Police Department, are losing officers or, because of the thing being pushed, because of the Crown Royal 19. All right? That when we see these such things, we understand that when chaos erupts, all right, because famine is still going to happen according to prophecy, all right. That MOTB is still going to be pushed. That chip is going to be pushed, all right, by the government. Chaos is going to erupt some way, shape, or form, all right, one fashion or another, man. Chaos is going to erupt in the streets, okay, because people it said right here, so verse 16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men. See, I was about to jump the gun. All right, because I started thinking of people going to uprise against the government. When things are not going to go their way, when you cut off the food stamps, you cut off their food supply, when you cut off these such things, man, all right, there's going to be an uprising of the people. And that's where they're going to bring in that order out of chaos. They're going to need order. And they're going to use the National Guard. And they're going to use the supreme forces to bring that order. That's where you're going to have implemented those concentration camps. They're going to use fear tactics of making an example out of people. All right, because you're going to be trying the so-called white man. This is the devil that we're dealing with. He's going to show you. All right, they're going to have checkpoints. That's where you have the lockdowns and the shutdowns. Okay, the curfews. All right. It says verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So there goes your shutdowns and your lockdowns right there, man. You're not going to be able to operate how you usually operate in your day-to-day whereabouts. Okay, these are the times that we're about to come into. All right, so when we see these such topics as it was shown in the clip earlier, think of these scriptures here. Verse 18, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And this great chaos is going to come to these major cities: Miami, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, all right, Dallas, Houston, all these LA, all these great cities where there's a great amount of people. Chaos, all right, chaos, a lot of death and destruction. Okay. Verse 19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That sounds like chaos to me. Having no pity, your neighbor not giving a damn whether you survive or not. People are going to be worried about eating and drinking water, man. All right. It says, because of great trouble, it's going to be a great struggle, survival of the fittest. And that's what this brings us to. Hey, that's why we're going to need. And we need them now, of course, on our day-to-day. Yahweh Bashmiel Shah even more. Their Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. All right? And His angels to protect the men of the Lord. All right? Whom they're already predestined to protect. Okay? And that uprising is also going to bring, let me get that 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. Because the so-called white man is going to come down. Okay? Their order out of chaos is going to bring these scriptures upon you right here. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 70 says, for there, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to get verse 7. It says, for there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Okay, because they're going to need order. And that's what martial law and all those specific terms comes into play. All right. Verse 73 says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire, because those that believe in Yahweh Bashmiel Shah are going to be known, and the government is already has their eye on us. And how do we know that? Through them deleting our YouTube channels, deleting our YouTube videos, giving us strikes. Okay, they already have their eyes on us. All right. So this is verse 74. So these scriptures here are not far-fetched. It says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And that clip that I shows you that the days of trouble are at hand, man. They're going to be looking to call in the National Guard. They're losing control as of right now, and they're going to look to regain that control through order out of chaos. All right, the days of trouble are at hand, man. But look, he said, I will deliver you from the same. In that same hour, in that same moment, the Lord's going to protect us. That's what we trust in. We trust in these scriptures, man, these words alone. Verse 75 says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God. All right. And also mention those concentration camps. This quickly must touch on that real quick. Let me get Revelation chapter 2, verse 10 reads, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. What is going to be tried? Our faith. It says, ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Complete number. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right, the Lord is going to test our faith, our faith, of course, in these times that we're living in right now. And we see it approaching. Man, on our day-to-day, keeping up with the news and, of course, relating it to prophecy. We see it happening, man. And this chaos is about to be real. It's about to be a lot of death and destruction out here in these streets, especially in the major cities. And these people that doubt it's going to happen, it's going to happen, guarantee, because the scriptures already foretold us of these times. All right, and we're living in them right now. All right, so that was just something quick, just a quick prophecy update of what's going on specifically in Chicago, but we obviously understand they can easily migrate to these other cities, especially the major cities in the United States of America. All right, we can easily see it. All right, it could be a what's the word I'm looking for, a domino effect. All right, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. You will always hear updates from the men of the Lord, from the prophets, of course, primarily from the branch of Great Millstone. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and exhorting to you, sincere believers. I want to end out by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachak Wadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, Shalom. Keep the faith.